Guys, deluded, YouTube's N'Golo Kante and all of them sort of things there. Thank you very much for having me back, people. Now, Arsenal, I must admit it's hard for me to talk about targets for us to sign because you saw Malcolm, if we paid the 30-40 million they wanted, we'd have him. He's now at Barca. But in short, the players we want, between us not being able to get them, between me feeling we can't really convince them, between their price tags just being ridiculous, we have no chance. So I'm starting to feel, is it time for us to look at change our targets in the sense that do a Liverpool in the sense that people knew Mane was sick. I knew Mane was good, but people would have turned up their nose once upon a time to Mane. They took a chance on him. So with that being said, maybe we need to go for hidden gems, people that could go up a level, or people that between being hidden gems or scouts doing their jobs, which I still want, people that are they're known to people, but they're somewhat unpolished diamonds. There's all, whether it's a winger where they say end product needs to improve, centre half if you could just stay composed, them sort of rough diamonds, because they come at a cut price fee. One player would actually be, and I hope I said his name right, Allan Saint-Maximin. If those of you that know about him, you know he's a young French international, 21 years of age. You've seen him play for France at youth level, and you've seen him in Ligue 1. He scored the other day for Nice. Well, it was an own goal, essentially. But yeah, he's a winger that we need. Not necessarily him, but what I mean by that is, first and foremost, he's a dribbler. He's on dribbling, taking on his man. We need that at Arsenal. We're too compact. We need people to disrupt the opposition shape. We need people to get the fans out of the seat. Damn right, we just need a winger in it. There hasn't been a winger. You look at the days of Overmars. You could even say Perez to a degree, even though he wasn't the quickest. Even recently with Alexis Sanchez to a degree. I know he moved up front, but you get the point. For me, his key strengths are dribbling. He's able to dribble. He's a very skillful lad. He'll flick it over your head. He'll try and nuts you. He does all of them things that antagonise opponents and draw fouls. He's very quick as well. He's the sort of player we need. He's an unpolished diamond, and why I say that is because if you were to ask me, DG, does he improve our side? I don't necessarily, keyword improve. I think he'll add quality, but I don't think he improves and takes us up a level. Like I said, he's an unpolished diamond. The first problem would be end product. I do think his stats, in the same way, to a degree, don't do his Iniesta stats don't do him justice when you look at his statistics for goal scoring, etc. I don't feel Maximin's stats doing justice in the game because I've seen him affect games and not score. I've seen him play poorly and score. But even if you just look at his appearances for the club, the big question mark is productivity, because I've just said he's a winger we need. Goals and assists, we need that from a wide man. He actually hasn't got that at the moment in time. 42 appearances for Nice, 5 goals. He's their records goal scorer. 10 assists in total. For Bastia, he's got 3 and 3. I think he's got 1 or 2 for Saint Etienne. And in League One in general, in 81 appearances, he's only got 6 goals and 13 assists. 21 years of age, you can give him a blight. It's not necessarily that bad. He had a long spell in Germany. It didn't really happen for him. 6 appearances, 1 goal. So clearly goals and assists, end product in the final third, whether that's keeping a cool head, getting your head up, whether that's having an appreciation for your teammates, I don't know. But what I see is someone that's not afraid to shoot, not afraid to take his man on, not afraid to take multiple people on, that will draw people out of position, that will goad people into fouls, that will just downright excite the fans. We kind of need this sort of player. In my opinion, midfield's probably not the area we need to address, but I do think we need a midfielder, or something needs to be done in regards to playmaking from midfield. So by that logic, essential mid, hopefully it's Cousins of Gladbach. There's that. Fullbacks, you could say both fullbacks, but I'm just going to focus on the left back on the basis that Monreal, as much as I love him and he's being consistent, he's getting on a bit. Centre half is clearly an area of concern, and the wide area, like I've just said, there's around 4 positions that we need to improve on, in my opinion. So yeah, for me, the 2 things he would need to do if he was to sign and improve would be balance, when to dribble, when to pass. Because obviously if you're always taking on your man, it's a good thing, and there's times you need to consistently do that, but you need to keep a fullback guessing. Because I look back at my playing times, I prefer a winger that done the same thing time and time again. Because if he's stronger than me, I can double up on him. If he's quicker than me, I can drop off a couple yards. If he's consistently on taking me on, then I can just stand him up. If he's on taking me on consistently, but he's going short, he's simply just playing it back to his left back one time, or he's doing 1-2s, or he's drifting inside and one time and then taking me out, I'm scared as a fullback now because it's unpredictable. I don't know what he's going to do when he gets a football. So that's what makes you a better player, more calculated. You need to know the balance of when to do things. He's on defending, he's improving in that, but probably needs to be on doing the dirty work a bit more. The biggest question mark is clearly productivity. There's no way around it. Goals and assists, he's not got enough. He's 21 years of age, so he's still very old, but I see raw potential. His contract is up in 2022. Their manager is Patrick Vieira. Come on, do us a favour, Patrick. So yeah, he's someone I'll be looking at, man. It's not just him. Damari Gray, for example, I do believe Damari Gray is someone that's probably going to make the move in the next 18 months. He looks like he's gone up a level. There's even Adama Traore, 2 degrees at Wolves. Now I'm starting to look at them sort of targets. Guys that are hidden gems, or for whatever reason they're not at them clubs. Zaha to a degree, even though his productivity doesn't do him justice to be named with these guys. And again, we probably couldn't afford Zaha because I'm seeing they want 70 million. These are bands we haven't got. So, well, whether we have it or we have it available for transfers is a different story, people. But yeah, man, there's nothing more to add to that, man. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.